Okay, AP Statistics. We are still in Unit 6, but not for long. This is our last example. So Kyle's on the golf team. He's coming back after an injury. Bless his little buttons. Okay, so his last year, his distribution before his injury is an average of 74.6 strokes with a standard deviation of 4.9. But now, after his injury, he's coming back and his distribution average is 77.1 with a standard deviation of 5.3. He wants to consider the distribution of the differences. Okay, this problem is different. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so in our other combination examples, we've just been adding. We've just been combining things that way. But now we're looking at a difference. So when we're finding the mean of the difference, all we're doing is subtracting one from the other. Okay, and since I want just the positive difference, I'm just always going to subtract the larger value, subtract the smaller value from the larger value, just to keep my sanity. So the difference between his pre-injury average and his post-injury average is 2.5 strokes. Okay, so for part B, what would the standard deviation of his differences be? Okay, this is where things get a little tricky because we can't subtract standard deviations. We can't do anything with standard deviations, but we also can't subtract the squares of the standard deviations. So anytime you are asked for a difference, do that for means. Do exactly what you're told. Take the difference. But for standard deviations, you are going to act like taking the difference is the same thing as combining them. All you're going to do is square both of them and add them together just like you would in any combination problem. Why, Miss Griggs? Because when we're combining or subtracting variability, we're not going to decrease variability ever. It's going to increase variability. So anytime we start messing around with more than one distribution, it's going to actually increase our variability, not decrease it. Also, we don't want to take the chance on subtracting and getting a negative because then we would have to take the square root of a negative, and that's not going to work. So keep all of this mathematical information in mind. All right, so basically I'm taking the square root of all of this. Oh, I didn't bother to find that value, sorry. I just did the square root of the whole thing. So it's 7.2. Okay, neato. Have fun with it. Be good.